Hi, you reached Kelli Lambe, Manager of Human Resources with Workplace ML. Please be advised I'm currently away from my desk or on another call. If you wish to leave a message, please do so after the tone. Should you require immediate assistance, please contact Danielle Walsh at 778-1127. Thank you and have a safe day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
This message is being recorded, and just like all the rest of them, will be posted on social media right after I'm finished this. Again, Kelly, hi, my name is Charlene Blake. I have done absolutely nothing, only defend myself and my husband against the behaviors towards us by staff members. Behaviors, decisions that you or Sonia Stanford have never taken seriously. It is not okay to tell someone, like Melissa Burry was, that they were having disabling symptoms or that their husband was having disabling symptoms. I was living with this man. He was not having disabling symptoms, which is what an actual reoccurrence is, Kelly, if you're not aware of those things, because it seems that in human resources, you guys appear to just not want to listen to anything at all. You don't want to listen to any issues with your employees to any extent. Now, Melissa Burry threatened me with verbal communication only back in 2019 when I questioned the competence of Kimberly Doyle because she was telling us that Dustin worked the day before. And that is actually an like a threat that wasn't okay because I proved that Kimberly Doyle lied on that day. I proved that Kimberly Doyle was asking questions that were not appropriate or related to information that she was privy to. I was also proving that she had a very rude tone with my husband because I was witness to it. And when I put in a complaint about this, Melissa threatened me with verbal communication only because she didn't want me to write anybody and tell them what was exactly going on. That is illegal, Kelly. Then Melissa Burry further goes further a few years later in 2022 when Dustin had a medical note modifying his working duties, and as a result of an MRI, and she decided to tell us that number one, he was having a reoccurrence, which is disabling symptoms, and he wasn't. Number two, he was at lost time as a result of the injury. Lost time is not a terminology that should be used with an injured worker at all. It is loss of earnings and loss of earning capacity, which I don't even know if she knows the difference of, which proves incompetence. Then, because my mother died on September the 12th, I was in extreme grief dealing with her because the note that my husband had medically um, modifying his working duties was given on the September the 27th. I only had a few short weeks prior to that my mother passed away. And then I had this bitch employee of yours tell me that there was shit going on in my house that wasn't going on at all. And she wouldn't give that file to anybody else. But yet, she expected me to be able to keep my cool, to be rational about it, when I was in such an extreme amount of grief already. And to add to that, my grandfather was on his deathbed and he passed away on November the 25th. This bitch put me on zero tolerance on December the 8th of 2022 because I refused to take her lying bullshit. That's what started this zero tolerance and written communication order from you guys to reach us because I can no longer tolerate the bullshit of Melissa Burry anymore. And then her boss took her side without an investigation and
You are approaching the maximum length for a recording. Finish your recording after the tone.
put me on zero tolerance without an investigation into what Melissa Burry had done. And then Sonia Stanford takes it a bit further and she does no investigation. And I've asked you to do an investigation,
You
and
have
what are
reached
you
the
doing?
maximum length for a recording. To send this message, press pound or hang up. Your message has been sent. If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now. Goodbye.